Filing a deliberate indifference claim for a serious medical need is difficult. The standard is much higher than a typical negligence case and requires close to intentional conduct on behalf of the prison guard or healthcare providers. The burden on the prisoner is to show that they, number one, have an objective, serious medical condition. And the more difficult burden is showing that the doctor or nurse appreciated the risk of not treating the condition and still did nothing. This requires getting into the healthcare provider's head. Fortunately, we can use circumstantial evidence to meet this burden, and one of the ways that we do this is we find cases that are factually similar to your case that has happened throughout the United States on this issue. Recently, the Seventh Circuit Court of Appeals in Chicago found that a prisoner could go forward on an Achilles tendon injury claim. The Achilles or calcaneal tendon runs from the bottom of the calf muscles to the heel. A tendon attaches muscle to bone. So here the Achilles tendon attaches the gastroc and soleus muscles to the calcaneus or heel bone. The calf muscles allow us to flex our foot like going up on our toes. If the Achilles tendon is torn off of the heel bone, it can be called a rupture. This condition hurts like the dickens and the patient cannot walk correctly. The key to treating the injury is immobilization of the ankle, because if the leg isn't immobilized, every time you contract the calf muscle, you're tearing the tendon away from the bone. Hang on for a moment and I'll explain what happened. Here is the story. The patient tears his Achilles tendon climbing some stairs in prison. He goes to the medical department and the doctor doesn't immobilize or splint the ankle. The doctor also doesn't get the patient to a specialist for 6 weeks. The first doctor ends up leaving the facility and a second doctor doesn't order physical therapy that was recommended by the foot and ankle specialist. The court said that the inmate could have his day in court because, number one, the first doctor didn't immobilize the ankle. He waited 6 weeks to get the patient to a specialist, and he didn't request surgery. The court also said that the case could go forward against the second doctor because he did not follow the specialist's recommendations and order the physical therapy that was prescribed. This case teaches us that an inmate can be successful when bringing a case for an Achilles tendon injury if the facts are on his or her side. If you have any questions about a deliberate indifference claim, you can always give me a call. I am Guy DiMartino, meeting you at the intersection of law and medicine. Have a great day.